right, everyone, it is Thursday. I'm Andrew Dowd. It is time for our Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. We are sponsored today by New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. Visit NewYorkTitle.com. We have with us, as always, Mr. Steve Glick, Dave Rotiner, and today, return guest, the hardest working broker in the Hamptons, Mr. Vincent Horcasitas. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Very excited. We're having some continued momentum from 2024 going into 2025. So very excited about some great stuff that's already happening this year. So thanks for having me.
You have some great listings that I think. These are when you talk about premier listings, these are it. So let's just touch on a couple of them. Same builder, 200 Rose Hill and Rose Way, two separate roses, but and two separate houses, but both are really something special. So tell us a little bit about. Let's start with Rose Way.
Well, so what's great about Roseway is it's about, as the crow would fly, it's only about 10 houses from the ocean. It's about 12,000 square feet of modern perfection. Has tennis. It really has everything. And it's for rent also. It rents every summer. And it just has, glass everywhere, lots of light. It has a rooftop deck. You can see Sagaponic Pond. You can see the ocean. You see Mecox Bay from the rooftop deck. You smell the ocean, hear the ocean from there. And, just a great listing to be associated with. And, if you haven't seen it, we have open houses almost every weekend there, and 10 bedrooms, 13 baths.
Wow. I think
it's huge. I mean, the square footage on that is, what's the square footage? It's over 10,000 square feet.
Yeah, just the way that it's built. On these two homes from Paolino Development are built like no other homes in the Hamptons. What I mean by that is it's concrete construction from the basement all the way to the rooftop. So they pour concrete all the way to the rooftop, and then they put concrete floors down, and you have glass throughout, in this modern feel. It has two kitchens here. You have a prep kitchen for it, and Gary Chufo did all the vanities, the bathroom, and the kitchen in this house, and also in 200 Rose Hill. So just a special property, sits at an end of a cul-de-sac, super quiet, but can get to the beach in moments. And, that's what's special about the property.
This thing has it all. It has a tennis court, the pool house. It's the ultimate modern. So if you've seen it online, it's the house that's the coolest modern house you ever seen, with all the windows, the white marble, the huge doors.
It's glamorous.
It's glamorous.
It's a
when somebody's like,
place.
what's like an ultimate Hamptons house? I'm like, these are it. You know what I mean? And you would think something that's built out of primarily concrete. Like, Vince, isn't it that it doesn't have wood in the house? Like, the steps are the only thing?
Correct. And you got the 9-foot doors, 10-foot ceilings, and you have 3 levels of it here at 88 Roseway. You have a gym down in the lower level, lots of extra space, a 3-car heated garage. You have 2 gates here. You have solar on the roof. Just generator, very efficient house to run as well, just because of the solar and everything else that comes with it.
Both of these homes are south of the highway, right? One's in Watermill, one's in Bridgehampton. They both offer very unique things, but they're very similar in the style that they're built.
And the amenities.
Right? And the pricing of them are what? What are we at now?
One's at 21, one's at 24?
Yeah, $21 million for 88 Roseway, and 200 Rose Hill is at $24,950.
Awesome. Great.
So, all right. So that's kind of a look at those two new constructions. Vince, I know you're always busy, but I want to go to Steve with the numbers, because we have the year-end updated numbers for 2024, right? So now we have a complete picture of what last year looked like.
All right. So let's go through. I'm going to give the year-end numbers from 2024. Vince, this just came out. The year-end numbers for the median sale price continues to rise. That's the big takeaway. It was up 3% in the home sales residential. So the new median price is $1.9 million. The total dollar volume last year was pretty much in line with 2023 at $4.6 billion. Sales transactions, again, pretty much the same, just down slightly 2%. So everything's been pretty steady from 23 and 24 as the year-end report is now live on Saunders.com, and you can go through and see all the different hamlets. Some areas performed really well. We had a lot of significant trades and a lot of dollar volume, and the median sale price, again, continues to rise. That's a story that we're seeing all throughout the Hamptons hamlets.
So Vince, what's your take on this? I mean, I know you were busy last year. You're off to a rocking start this year. When you hear the numbers, how does that reflect what your business has looked like?
Well, our business, our team. First of all, I've got a great team, and now I've had a good team for a while, but I've added a few more players to the team, and we're doing great. I mean, I look at my numbers in 25 years of being in the business, and last year was my third best year in the business, even after selling a house a week during COVID. Basically, those were the numbers in COVID. Yeah. And now, this year, I still had an amazing year in 2024. And then just going into 2024, I've already sold about $35 million worth of real estate and have about another 35 million in contracts. So, wow. It's kind of, and have new deal origination already happening, and the rentals are going again. So it kind of feels like the momentum is really going in the right direction again.
You're one of those guys too, that like, you talk about momentum. Like, if you want to be successful in real estate, you really can't let off the gas. And Vince, I mean, I've been here 8 years, and as long as I've known him, he's always got pedal to the metal, relentless, man. That's how, and I think that's a lot of your success.
And Vince, the future looks really bright. You represent a lot of builders, and like you just spoke about too, from Lou Paolino at 200 Rose and 88 Rose, but the Paramount Development Group builders that you work closely with, they have a lot of projects going in the ground, and they're building a lot for 2025. So the outlook in 2025 looks really bright as you bring on a lot of new construction, a lot of new homes to the market. Do you want to touch on some of those new homes that Paramount Development Group is building this year?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that, but I just want to finish up on, we never really spoke about 200 Rose Hill, which is an amazing project. It's on 2.3 acres. And what's special about this is it backs up to a 65-acre reserve facing west. Okay. With the accessory structure that's there, it has about 19,000 square feet in total. This has 12-foot ceilings, floor-to-ceiling glass when you walk in. Just the scale of it I've never been associated with a nicer home than this. Up on the second floor, you have 7 bedrooms and 8 baths. The master bedroom has, big a linear fireplace that separates a sitting room from the master bedroom, a big balcony off of it, his and her bathrooms, his and her closets. It's just the scale there is amazing. The hallways are 5-6 feet with the ceiling heights on the second floor. In the hallways are like 11 feet. You have to really see it to understand it. Big master, big lower level that has, all the, movie theater, gym, all the bells and whistles on it. Has a sunken tennis court, clay court in the back, and just the sheer scale of that and the amount of grass. And it has all these really mature trees that have been moved around on the property from the development of it that just give it such a uniqueness. That rooftop deck. It has an elevator that goes from the ground floor up to the rooftop deck. And I could go on and on about this project. So if you haven't seen it, it's pretty spectacular. It's also for rent. So we can touch base now on the other things, but I did want to give a little bit of information about that since we didn't talk about that.
For sure.
Awesome. Sure.
Paramount Development is coming up with a lot of unique projects. They have 3 right now. One that's completed at 165 North Main Street, which is quite unique. It's 3/4 of an acre just outside the village of East Hampton, 3/4 of an acre of lot gated with these 14-foot mature trees surrounding the property. You can walk into the village literally in 2-3 minutes from it. It's about 5,000 square feet on 3 floors. It has a huge master bedroom with a sitting room, double vanity, soaking tub. And the level of construction that Paramount does, it just resonates through the whole house, from the paint job to the materials that they're using. That's a must-see. We're in the process of completing 2 other projects, one south of the highway in Wainscott, 7 Lee Lane, quite unique. Again, huge master bedrooms. Both of this project and also 5 White will be completed in April and May of this year. So it's, both of those are great properties to see. 7 Lee Lane is priced at $8,895,000, I believe, or $875,000 is the price on that. And 5 White Oak is priced at $4,995,000. Again, big master bedroom on an acre in Southampton. Getting a lot of action on that already. So those are the 3 upcoming projects, but they also have some major projects coming on. When I talk about major, I'm talking in the top end of the market. 84 Wainscott Hollow, very unique property, south of the highway, abutting a reserve. Peter Cook Design with the architect. Yep. Is that project. Trelawney, 136 Trelawney, which is south of the highway in Bridgehampton, will commence construction on that as well. And then we also have an upcoming project in East Hampton, 26 Jericho, which will be 3 2.2-acre homes being built with 3 different architects involved in that project.
Future is looking bright, man. I love it. I love to see all that new construction by Paramount Development Group. They have price points in a lot of different categories. You're saying from $5 million upwards of close to $20+ million there. So they're really building in all hamlets of the Hamptons in all price categories, and they offer a lot of great features and amenities in each of those projects. So I'm excited to see those come to fruition in 2025.
Nice. And then let's just also, we got a rundown of big picture from last year, but this is last week.
Yep.
Let's go back to Steve.
All right. So last week, 24 listings went into contract. The year prior, there were 17. Looking at an increase of 41%. 2 years ago, it was 19, so an increase of 26%. So over the past 2 years, we're looking at an increase. So it was a big week here in the Hamptons for listings going into contract. The breakdown of those 24 listings, there was 4 between 5 and 10 million, 3 between 3 and 5 million, 6 between 2 and 3 million, 11 between 1 and 2 million. Dollar volume was 75 million. Last year, dollar volume was 56 million. Increase there again of 34 million. And in 2023, the dollar volume was 48 million. So we're looking at an increase there of 56 million. New listings coming on the market. Increased the inventory by 1 listing with 25 new listings that came onto the market. Breakdown of those 25 new listings. 2 between 5 and 10. 2 between 3 and 5. 9 between 2 and 3. 9 between 1 and 2. 3 under a million. Inventory stands 1,717 total listings, 1,311 active, and 406 in contract. So great week. We're seeing increases in every category.
There you go. All right, let's talk about what's going on this weekend. Dave, what do you got?
Yeah. So this weekend is Valentine's Day weekend, and all of these events can be found on Hamptons.com, which is the #1 place in the Hamptons to get information about lifestyle and real estate and events. So
Valentine's Day weekend.
You want to visit Hamptons.com. So it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Goodness.
And there's a lot of Valentine's Day dinner. And there's a great Valentine's Day dinner guide on Hamptons.com. And among the many places that are having Valentine's Day specials, some of them include the American Hotel in Sag Harbor.
I've never been.
It's really good. You
Yeah.
should go there.
All right.
Just go there for a drink.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You might run into Justin Timberlake. If you
Yeah. Or he might run into you. Then you got Barron's Cove is having a special in Sag Harbor. Almond Restaurant in Bridgehampton, as well as Pierre's, is having specials for Valentine's Day. And then over in your area, Andrew Dowd, Good Ground Tavern at the Canoe Place at the Canoe Place.
Yeah.
is having Valentine's Day specials, and then Flora in West Hampton Beach is having Valentine's Day specials. It's a very comprehensive guide. I encourage you to check that out. Other things that are happening is there is a Valentine's Day ensemble for flamenco dancing featuring Pedro Cortez, and that's taking place in Hampton Bays. VIP seating is $125. So I guess this guy he's a renowned flamenco dancer, Pedro Cortez of the Pedro Cortez Flamenco Ensemble. He's internationally acclaimed, and you can go and watch this guy at the Canoe Place Inn in Hampton Bays for a truly unforgettable Valentine's Day experience. And then if you're single and you got nobody to celebrate Valentine's Day with, I guess you can always drown your sorrows at Kid Squid in Sag Harbor. Kid Squid in Sag Harbor on February 15th from 1 to 6 p.m. is going to have live music with Chris Klein. And they are going to have Opties and Dingy's Dumplings there that's the name of the band. And they're going to be performing there from 1 to 6 p.m. And then Chris Klein is going to be performing from 4 to 6 p.m.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Wait, did I screw this up? Hang on, I screwed this up. There are actually going to be dumplings there. So there's going to be dumplings from 1 to 6 p.m. And then Chris Klein will be performing from 4 to 6 p.m.
You make it sound like being single's bad. Think of the money you would save.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not buying $100 roses, $400 dinner.
Yeah, but it all balances out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
So I think my wife listens to this. Being married is a wonderful thing.
Smart.
All right, so that's what's happening in the Hamptons.
Okay, there you have it. All right, Vince, we're gonna let you get back to work. Thank you for joining us, and we'll call that a podcast. Everybody have a great Thursday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Valentine's Day. We will see you next week. I'm Andrew Dowd. That's what's happening in the Hamptons.